Abdul-Baha has always been to me, I'm from the Tamil culture and we pay a great deal of attention to the concept of guru. Gu means darkness, Ru means light, hence the name Ruhiyi means light. So guru means one who removes darkness by imparting to you the light of knowledge. I saw the books that he has written, the prayers that Abdul-Baha has written are prayers I recite every day, and take for example the Paris talks or some answered questions which are records of other people who had listened to Abdul-Baha speaking, and you can see how he can take the most difficult concept and tell you a simple answer within 100 words. So as a Tamil, as a person who previously had connection to the Hindu faith, I was very worried about the concept of reincarnation, and Abdul-Baha explains this beautifully. You take an oak tree, a seed or an acorn falls, you take it and you plant it on the ground, another oak tree grows. Is this oak tree same as that oak tree? Yes. Are they the same in every respect? Yes. Are they different? Yes. But are they united in the sense that they are of the same type, the same genus, same creature, same size, same colored leaf? The answer is yes. So it can show you the disparity of life while the unity of God is continuing, and so that's a connection between this world and the next world. So these kind of things drew me to Abdul-Baha, and of course
the photograph I see comes alive so easily and tells me of a life that was so pure.
One thing about Abdul-Baha that has always impressed me is he lived a life of truthfulness where his complete faith was in God. He didn't trust himself to understand anything. He just loved God, he obeyed God, he went by the principles, and in his life, I remember in one occasion, someone had gone to arrest Abdul-Baha and the ship had arrived at the bay, and they had come to tell Abdul-Baha, listen, somebody is out there at the bay, they will come ashore shortly, they're going to arrest you. And he went about gardening, pouring water to the plants, and he was completely unconcerned because he had surrendered himself to God and he was prepared to accept any fate. Unfortunately, the persons from there in the ship didn't come ashore because they received news that the Sultan had died back in the capital, and the ship returned the way it came after many hours, and all those around him were in a state of fear, whereas Abdul-Baha had complete calmness. He was completely sure that he would be saved, and he was. So how do I take an example from this? So I must now live a life where I know I will come across problems, I know I will come across difficulties, I know I will come across many times when I cannot solve a problem. What do? I will do as Baha'u'llāh did, as Abdul-Baha did, trust in God, put my whole trust in God and proceed to do my duties and stop worrying about what's going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen lah.
He would never turn away from anyone, and the love in his eyes is so real.
He suffered all his life to show us how to be free.
Because I was, for many years before I became a Baha'i, was involved in a great deal of reading about positive thinking, positive thinking and motivation and all that. So when I saw this one sentence from Abdul-Baha, I was thinking, all that I had been doing for 20 years, he said it in one sentence. He said, as you believe, so shall your powers be. So if you think you can do it, you can do it. If you think you don't want to do it, or you cannot do it, or you got problems, then you won't be able to do it. Because the person who's going to make the decision to do it or not to do it is you lah. So whose problem is it? Your problem or somebody else's problem? You got a job to do, you do it lah. I recall one story Liu Mansan told me one day. We were discussing Abdul-Baha, and Abdul-Baha had come home from teaching the faith. He was exhausted, it's very late in the evening, and his room is upstairs, and you have to transcend you must climb a flight of stairs to go to his room upstairs, and he was exhausted, and everybody thought he was very, very tired. When he reached the bottom of the steps, he ran up that flight of steps, and then he turned and looked at the people down there and said, "And so you thought I was tired, is it? There is so much more to do." So Abdul-Baha, despite his exhaustion, spent a great deal of time working for the faith, and that I think is a great source of inspiration to me.